Tom Downey here for NFL Daily, about to preview the Chiefs-Bengals AFC Championship game. But if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe. Free videos every single day for the playoffs and the offseason. And if you haven't already, our NFC Title Game preview is out, went out earlier on Sunday. You can check the channel or the comments and the description. I'll put the link in there as well. Tonight's AFC Championship game preview is presented by Fetch Rewards, the app that allows you to scan your receipts that you can then get points for to turn into gift cards to your favorite store or restaurant. I'll tell you more about them later on in today's show, but we're focused in on the AFC Title Game. The number 4 Cincinnati Bengals, back in the AFC Championship game for the first time in decades, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, as we'll get into, fresh off one of the greatest games I've ever watched in my entire life. That was just obscenely awesome. The Bengals, meanwhile, continue to have success. They upset the Titans on the road, now taking on a team they already beat once this year. The early spread on this game, of course, subject to change. Chiefs, -6.5. The Bengals, of course, the underdog. The over-under set high, 51.5. We'll see if that ebbs and flows throughout the week. We'll talk about the Bengals plenty, but holy shit, what a game. Chiefs, Bills, 42-36. I remember when that game wasn't even in the 30s in the final 2 minutes. Then both teams just go absolutely nuts. It's the Bills, the Chiefs, the Bills. The Chiefs are down by a field goal with 13 seconds left. They somehow score. I don't know what the Bills' defense is doing out there. I thought they were going to win. It was a lock. Chiefs get the ball in overtime. They march down the field, and they score. Gabriel Davis's second greatest game ever among receivers in the playoffs, 8 for 201 and 4. That is only exceeded in terms of yards and touchdowns by Jerry Rice. Ends up being all for nothing as Mahomes does the Mahomes magic again, and the Chiefs are back once again in the AFC Championship game. Standing in their way, the Cincinnati Bengals. They took down the Tennessee Titans, part of what I don't think is hyperbolic to say the greatest week of divisional round football in ever. Bengals win on a walk-off field goal against the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill was in that one. 3 interceptions. Joe Burrow was good, also took 9 sacks. Big red flags if you're the Bengals. It should be a great game. I don't see how it could possibly live up to the previous games this weekend, but I said that for almost every game this weekend. Look what happened. So who you got in this one? B for the Cincinnati Bengals, or C for the, I guess C, that's whatever. C for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. B for the Bengals, C for the Chiefs. The last time these two teams played, a thriller. Chiefs barely lost against the Bengals, 31-34. It was the wild finish in that one. Jamar Chase went, I guess we'll call it the Gabe Davis type of game, 11 for 266 and 3 touchdowns. This was the down the stretch. Joe Burrow looked like the best quarterback in the NFL. The Chiefs have played great in the postseason. We'll talk more about them in a little bit, but I think this is going to be a fantastic game. The Bengals, by the way, need more of that Joe Burrow. He hasn't been bad, make no mistake. He's made big plays in the postseason, but the numbers have gone down in the postseason run. Now, I know we got Bengals fans and Chiefs fans watching this video right now, so I want you guys to show out in the comments section. If you're a Bengals fan, type in Houday. If you're a Chiefs fan, type in Chiefs Kingdom. Do that right now for me in the comments section. As mentioned, Fetch Rewards is the presenting sponsor on today's video. Fetch Rewards is an app that allows you to earn points by scanning your receipts that you can then get points for and redeem for gift cards, places like Amazon, Starbucks, and your favorite restaurants. It's actually Very easy to use, as you can tell with this fun little video right here they're next to me. Super easy to use. All right, you lay out your receipt, take a photo of it. The app will then take all the information it needs, like what you bought, how much it was, when it went down, or when you bought the item. It'll then give you points for whatever you bought. Even if you went to your local mom and pop shop, they will give you points. And you can start with a bonus amount of 3,000 by heading over to chatsports.com/fetch and using promo code CHAT. Link will be in both the comment section and in the description. Just like your credit card, when you get points for using it, keep your receipts. Don't just throw them away or leave them in your grocery bags. Take them, scan them, and make your receipts work for you and get gift cards for racking up points. 3,000 bonus points, promo code CHAT, chatsports.com/fetch. It'll be in the comment section and in the description. Let's talk quarterbacks here. The AFC, by the way, would appear to have some of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL. Burrow, Mahomes, Herbert, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson even. Burrow really stepped up down the stretch this year, but I still think Mahomes is the better quarterback. Both were awesome. Make no mistake about that. Both teams should feel great about where they're at in their NFL franchises. Burrow in 2022 in the postseason, high completion percentage, 592 yards, only 2 touchdowns, a bit lower than what you would like. There's been some settling for field goals that is not ideal, and plenty of sacks, which is partially a QB stat. O-line got to be better, play calling got to be better, but Burrow got to get the ball out quicker. Mahomes, meanwhile, I mean, this is like the number you'd expect over a 3-game sample size, not a 2-game sample size. 72%, 8 touchdowns. He's averaging almost 400 passing yards in this year's playoffs games. Absolutely insane. So there's not really a bad answer of these two, although I do think there's a right answer. Sorry, Bengals. I think it's Patrick Mahomes. But what do you guys think? PM for Patrick Mahomes, JB for Joe Burrow. More now on how the Bengals got here. The wild card round against the Las Vegas Raiders, all the way down to the wire. Derek Carr, end zone shot, picked off. Might have been short, by the way, by Jermaine Pratt. The Bengals defense stood strong. They could have won, I think, a little bit easier. Were not able to do it, but this team is where they haven't been in 30-plus years, playing 1 win away from a Super Bowl berth. Some players to watch now. How about the Jamar Chase, one of, if not the best, young wide receiver in the NFL. We just watched Gabe Davis torch the Kansas City Chiefs. I think big games for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are needed if the Bengals are going to win this one. You got to be aggressive. You need points. Don't be a coward. Don't punt. Be aggressive. Air it out. Let Burrow and Chase and Higgins and TJ Uzama and Joe Mixon on the backfield and Tyler Boyd ball out for you against the not great Chiefs secondary. You will also need Trey Hendrickson to step up. Now, Mahomes is a magician out to the pocket and even inside of it. Hendrickson has been great this year. Hopefully the week gets him fully healthy. He's a concussion, left the game briefly against the Titans. Bengals need him. They also need Logan Wilson. Curious how they deploy against Travis Kelce. Logan Wilson is one of the best players, unless you're a Bengals fan, you've never heard of. Awesome season this year, Pro Bowl caliber. He had a breakout season. Jesse Bates set the tone against the Tennessee Titans, and they will need more of that. Does he match up on Tyreek Hill? Is he just the deep safety? Probably a bit more likely when the Chiefs try to take deep shots. He's got incredible range. The Bengals need a big game from him this week. So predict the score now for me in the comments section. The Chiefs against the Bengals. Since there will be Chiefs and Bengals fans watching this one, make sure you let me know which team you've got winning in the comments section. The Chiefs had 0 troubles against the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC wild card round. Big Ben threw 44 passes for 215 yards. What a joke. Mahomes and the Steelers had little to no, or against Steelers had no issue. They doubled them up. Not much takeaway from that game. The Bills matchup was far more noteworthy in terms of how good this team is. All right, the Bengals are pretty healthy. The Chiefs, not so much. Rashad Fenton did not play, and the Chiefs missed him. Mike Hughes had not a good showing in that game. They need Fenton back out here. They've got some good corners. They've had some issues. They're up and down. Travarius Ward, L'Jarius Sneed in the slot. You need Fenton back out there instead of Mike Hughes. I thought Clyde Edwards-Helaire, more on him in a minute, played pretty well in a limited role, or limited touch opportunity, I should say, against the Bills. Darrell Williams has also played very well this year. He missed this game. Hopefully he's back. The big one, though, Tyrann Mathieu. 3 interceptions, 6 pass breakups, 76 tackles for loss. Mathieu, battling that concussion, he'll be in the protocol. The Chiefs need him desperately. Hopefully he's cleared in time. Some players to watch then for the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyreek Hill, right? So shifty, so dynamic, so tough to bring down. The Bengals will have to be on their A game against Hill and Travis Kelce, who is beginning to age, but we all know what he's able to do. Those two are the ones you really got to stop. Look, if Byron Pringle pops off for you, is what it is, but you don't want Hill and Kelce going for almost 250 like the Chiefs just had him go against in the Buffalo Bills game. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, also a player they've got to watch in this one. That Bengals offensive line is shaky. Jones is very impactful, lined up over the middle. Didn't have his best game against the Bills, but Melvin Ingram kind of did. He was torching Spencer Brown, the Bills' rookie right tackle. That right side of the line is not great for the Bengals either. That's red flags for Cincinnati, and especially if Clyde Edwards-Helaire is unable to go, keep an eye out for if Tyrann Mathieu is unable to go, keep an eye out for Juan Thornhill, the Chiefs' safety. I am a big fan of him. Key pass breakup in this game. I'm excited to see what Thornhill does against the Bengals. The Chiefs will need a big game from him. Folks, if you haven't already, please subscribe for free daily videos right here at Chat Sports.